Lee's Lunchroom in LeCount, just off I-49, has sold more than 75,000 pies in a single year. It's still worth a stop now on your way to Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge today is an amalgamation of all the cultures indigenous to Louisiana. It is neither WASPy nor Cajun. It is religiously and racially diverse. Its old state capital, built in the 1850s, has been home to much history. That building has been called a place of great men, magnificent gestures, political intrigue, and war. It was the site of the Louisiana Secession Convention in 1861 and the Huey Long impeachment trial in 1929. After the Civil War, Baton Rouge became the permanent capital city and also home of the LSU Fighting Tigers. The Tigers took their nickname from a battalion so named during the Civil War. Appropriately, it included 24 different nationalities. They were known as war frats, cutthroats, and bad characters, and were one of the most feared soldiers of the Confederacy. LSU's Memorial Tower, the Campanile, is now a military museum paying tribute to the LSU graduates who served and sacrificed. LSU actually opened in 1860 in Pineville before the war as the Louisiana State Seminary of Learning and Military Academy. Its first president, actually superintendent, was William Tecumseh Sherman, who resigned to join the Union Army. LSU has long been known as the Old War School. It's said to have produced more officers than any other university in America, except the military academies and perhaps Texas A&M. In fact, 19 of its students rose to the rank of brigadier general or greater during the World War II era. A future president of LSU, General Troy H. Middleton, played a key role in the Battle of the Bulge and the liberation of concentration camps. Two LSU students whose hometowns are separated by the Mississippi River became Commandant of the United States Marine Corps, General Robert H. Barrow from St. Francisville and General John Archer Lejeune from New Roads. It was a New Orleanian, Andrew Higgins, whom General Dwight Eisenhower credited as the man who won World War II for us.
This is the famous Higgins boat. You know, the military designation is LCVP, Landing Craft Vehicle Personnel, but that Higgins name just stuck and was spread all over the world. It's an extension of almost, you could say, Louisiana swamp culture. It's a vessel that Higgins had designed from the Eureka, which could crawl through swamps, could run up on banks, run over logs. And then pretty soon he sees that his unique boats have an application in helping the U.S. Navy land over an open beach. So this is where about a platoon of 36 men and or 8,000 pounds of cargo or a small vehicle can fit in.
Did Andrew Higgins come up with the concept of using this boat for the military, or did they come to him?
Higgins kind of forced the issue. You know, he knew that the Navy was looking for a surf landing boat, and he knew he had the right product. Navy wasn't necessarily interested in listening to him, but his determination and his capability proved that what he had created was exactly what they needed.
Josh, this exhibit does a tribute really to General Claire Chennault from Waterproof, Louisiana, who led the Flying Tigers.
Yeah, Chennault, we saw with Higgins that Louisiana had the sea covered, and so with Chennault, we have the air covered as well. He's really an aviation pioneer in tactics, and he leaves Army service to become Chiang Kai-shek's aviation advisor. And with American entry into the war, he forms the AVG, or American Volunteer Group, and famously defends Chinese cities with volunteer pilots.
And the Flying Tigers, that's the name of his outfit.
Yep, they are very famous for their P-40 Warhawks with their shark's teeth on them, a big ferocious-looking aircraft, and it really carried their reputation quite well.
Baton Rouge is also home to Southern University, one of the nation's most prominent historically black universities, with one of the most well-known and beloved marching bands, the Human Jukebox. Now, musically, there's no singular sound identified with Louisiana's capital city. Yet Baton Rouge is memorialized in song by one of country music's most legendary performers.
I have to ask you, Baton Rouge, is it time?
When Garth Brooks played it live in 2022 at Tiger Stadium, it registered on the Richter scale.